Iowa is about to change drastically, and not for the better. This week, Tyson Foods announced that it will be permanently closing its pork factory in Perry, killing around 1,200 jobs in a town of just 8,000 people. So as Perry residents struggle to cope with mass layoffs, Tyson Foods has its eyes on a different class of workers. The company is now offering new jobs to asylum seekers in other states like New York. Bloomberg says Tyson's tracking migrants in a massive database. They scroll through the data like Facebook. You see a worker you like? Tap, hire. They even had a job fair.
So you were at a Tyson fair in New York City not so long ago where Tyson was basically making this pitch. What did you observe when you went there?
They created a database for these new asylum seekers in New York City. So these people would come in, they'd learn a little bit about the company, and for the most part, Tyson had already gone through their various details of their application. And so many of them, 17 the day I was there, and then another 70 a couple weeks later, went off to Tennessee to go start their new jobs as Tyson production workers.
What a couple of mindless globalist zombies. Well, unfortunately, Tyson Foods is about to find out the hard way what happens when tens of millions of patriots rise up against the woke insanity taking over corporate America. We're going to see how Tyson Foods is already feeling the wrath and why they ain't seen nothing yet. Hey gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot Professor, here to help you stay sane during these insane times. So make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button, and let's dive right in.
All we know, Jesse, is that they are firing American workers and hiring illegal aliens to replace them. This is the entire point of illegal immigration, and Republicans, we've got to hammer this point home. It reduces the wages of American workers by replacing American citizens with foreign laborers who are willing to work at slave wages. It has been the plan, as you said, from the beginning, and what this means is the eradication of the American dream. Every time an American is replaced with an illegal immigrant, it means that an American family loses a good family supporting wage. It means that American companies are literally replacing our own citizens with people who will work for slave wages. That is not capitalism or a market economy, Jesse. That is the decimation of the American middle class via illegal immigration, and it's happening all over the country.
That was, of course, the great Senator J.D. Vance from the great state of Ohio, and he has confirmed that Tyson Foods has closed a plant in Iowa, as well as Arkansas and Virginia, where thousands of Americans were employed, and is instead in the process of hiring tens of thousands of migrant asylum seekers in the deep blue state of New York. Now, while what J.D. Vance just said there was absolutely right, what's actually happening here is even worse than that. What's so pernicious is that we're seeing in real time a variation on a major factor that's been driving the massive populist revolt all over the West. The world over the last few decades has been characterized by what scholars call a global division of labor or an international division of labor. If you want to understand, at least in part, why populism is rising up all over the Western world, why rural populations in particular are revolting against globalist elite, here you go. What we've seen over the last few decades is manufacturing and industry being increasingly shipped away from the global north, from the Western world, the United States and Europe, and resettled in the global south in places like Mexico, China, Indonesia, and the like, so that manufacturing and industry are now all moved to the third world, as it were. At the same time, all the capital and finance that's bankrolling such manufacturing has relocated in the global north to the Western world, but reallocated around metropolitan, cosmopolitan urban centers. And so what this means is that rural areas dependent on manufacturing have seen an enormous plague of unemployment sweep across their regions, all the while urban areas, cosmopolitan centers, have been going through massive gentrification because all the finance and capital has been centralizing there. This is what blew up the Yellow Vest uprising in France a few years back. You may remember this. Rural folk who lost all their jobs because of this global division of labor, they had to commute upwards to an hour, 2.5 hours to their nearest city to find work. So they couldn't live in the city because of the gentrification. It had inordinately shot up real estate prices. So they couldn't work where they lived, but they couldn't live where there was work because places like Paris had gotten too expensive. And so they had to commute long distance by car, and then freaking Macron turns around and slaps a fuel tax on them to pay for some stupid green initiative. And of course, the people exploded, as they should have. So that's the global division of labor that's literally fueling populist revolts all over the Western world. What makes what Tyson Foods did so pernicious is they actually imported that global division of labor and domesticated it. Someone like President Trump can come around and disrupt this global division of labor as he did, but the CEOs of Tyson Foods don't care because they no longer have to ship manufacturing jobs overseas. All they have to do is support Biden policies that import illegal migrants to our shores. All they have to do now is move their manufacturing industry to population centers inside the United States that have the most migrants willing to work for the lowest wages. I mean, it's insane. What used to be a kind of foreign enemy as we're shipping our jobs out of our nation to another nation is now being manifested as a domestic enemy. Our manufacturing jobs are now simply being relocated, but within the nation, to populations with the highest density of illegal migrants. It's beyond disgusting. And it looks like Tyson Foods is about to they're about to get severely Bud Lighted. Wait till you see what's happening. This is going to make your freaking day. Are you looking to get out of your job in this economy and maybe considered a business or franchise opportunity, but you were put off by the $1 million price tag? I could not recommend more. Tapping into the parallel economy with your own online e-commerce store business and gaining a life of freedom. My friend and fellow patriot Alex Alberon has a tremendous track record of building successful online businesses for Turley talkers in our community, and I'm so grateful to have him sponsoring this video today. He's a member of Trump's International Golf Club. He's a close ally of President Trump's, and he's a multi-million-dollar online entrepreneur. He's the real deal. Alex offers an amazing program where he personally helps you launch your own online e-commerce store. So he'll help you with everything from selecting products, creating your store, marketing your products, much, much more. And all for a fraction of the cost to start a traditional business opportunity. Gang, seriously, stop dreaming. Turn your dreams into reality. Discover how you can apply your business ability and Alex's framework for online success to create a positive impact for you and your family. Book a free consultation with Alex to learn more by clicking on the link below or visiting yourecombusiness.com/Turley. Thanks, Alex. There is a massive boycott against Tyson Foods rising up all across the country, and it's already hitting their bottom line. A multi-million-dollar fund manager has officially ditched Tyson Foods. Bill Flagg, who runs the $80 million American Conservative Values Fund, has announced that they have divested themselves of Tyson Foods holdings in protest to what they're doing to American workers. And Flagg is hardly alone. Reports are that thousands of angry Americans are threatening to basically Bud Light Tyson Foods. And ironically, Tyson Foods may have made an even bigger mistake and a bigger, utterly stupid miscalculation than Bud Light. And this is because illegal immigration is now the number one issue of concern among American voters. 7 in 10 voters, 70%, want the government to crack down and stop illegal immigration. 70%. And according to the latest Harvard-Harris poll, a plurality of voters, 1 in 3, 35%, rank illegal immigration as the nation's number one concern. And the overwhelming majority blame Biden for worsening the situation at the border. That's a lot of potential boycotters. That's a number that will sink your company no matter how big you are. So this was utterly stupid. And the very fact that they seem to be running around and actually announcing this, publicizing this, that they were hiring these asylum seekers in deep blue New York as if it was something that was going to rally consumers to the cause. I mean, once again, it all goes to show that these woke corporations are proving themselves to be run by some of the most clueless, incompetent rubes on the planet. When 70% of the population does not support what you're doing. When 35% of likely voters think that what you're celebrating is the single biggest concern they have for this upcoming election. I mean, that's absolute poison for your brand. And it looks like Tyson Foods, like Bud Light and Planet Fitness and Target, is about to learn the hard way. Get woke, go broke. Hey, gang, I just wanted to give you a huge note of thanks to each and every one of you, the thousands of you that have recently clicked on the link below and joined our Insiders Club. As many of you know, we took a big hit from big tech. Our channel was completely and totally demonetized, but you, literally thousands of you, stepped in and you rescued me and this channel by bypassing big tech and joining our Insiders Club. You made it loud and clear to the Silicon Valley oligarchs that we're a movement, an army of like-minded patriots who refuse to be silenced by the international woke police. And so once again, I just want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you who have joined our Insiders Club for coming to our rescue. And for those of you who want to join in on the effort and take action, gang, just click on the link below and join our email list. That way we will never, ever, ever lose touch with each other, no matter what big tech does. So just click on that link below, join our email list, and become a part of an army of literally hundreds of thousands of patriots dedicated to taking our nation back, most importantly, together.